Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode. Yeah, I still haven't figured out how to set it to the 16:9 and then how to make it stay. So if it's too flat, my camera, it goes back to the other setting. Anyways, hello, welcome to another episode. I hope everybody's doing well. Have some fun plans for the weekend, hopefully. It's coming up. I wanted to, as you know, we're going to do journal covers. Now we're just going to do the basic creating of the covers. Decorating is after. We are just going to make a few different types. Now I'm going to say 3. It might be more, it might be less. Who knows? But it's just covers for right now. I would love to do like the month of September, it's all covers. The month of October will be the decorating or maybe just the pages, you know, like that kind of thing. But I'm not one for scheduling. You know, when you're retired and or semi-retired, and well, I am retired. Anyways, you know, you just don't need to have a schedule anymore, and it's so hard to force yourself to have that schedule. So I'm here when I'm here, and I'm doing what I'm doing. Anyways, thank you for your patience on that note. I know some people are very structured. I'm not. So I want to show you some of the journals I've already done. Now, if you follow me, you know, from the beginning, all my journal adventures, you will see how I made all of these. But we are going to do a paper cardboard kind of one. But you can use material. It's still the same principle. So this is a cardstock on a cardstock. So, oh, that one has information. I was starting to use it as a journal, and then I didn't like it as a journal. And so I'm in the process of taking it apart. I'm just going to have it as a, it's going to be one of the ones, like behind the scenes, I'll be removing all of this. And then on camera, we're going to make it into a journal. But what we're here for today is how it was put together. So basically it's 2 layers of cardstock, which is why I wanted to use the other side. It's just 2 layers of cardstock glued together, and if I'm not mistaken, I just used a glue stick. See, here it is open. Yeah, that's just glue stick. I guess because it's a heavier paper, maybe glue stick was not a good, no, it doesn't feel like, oh yeah, it is. Yeah, that's just another piece of paper from the other side. Yeah, so this is glue stick. And there you go, the results. So maybe if we do cardstock on cardstock, maybe we'll use the art glitter or the fabric tack. Fabric tack has a lot of strength, but so does art glitter. But it's just 2 pieces of cardboard glued together, and that's it. This one, this is paper. This is paper. This is paper, and this is paper. So in between, I put a brown envelope, which is this one here. Now, if you don't have any brown envelopes, you could use brown delivery bag. You know, like if you look at the size, see, there. You don't really need to open this up. You could if you wanted to, but really you don't have to. You just need to cut right here, right where the fold is. So really you could go like this. And then take your X-Acto knife. And then if you need to, you could use your guillotine even. Or once you cut it, like maybe cut it a little bit up here. And then go nice and straight line with your guillotine or your scoreboard. If you have a cutter on it, you know, like your cutting board, you can use this. Another option is your Amazon packaging. See, even this one, which is the smaller one, it would fit. You could use this. Just remember to remove your label. I removed the address, and on this one, the whole label came off. It's a little sticky, but it doesn't matter. So you can use Amazon packaging. Another thing, if you like your cereal, if you like pasta, any of those, it's a nice thick cardboard, thicker than my envelope. And these are the things that are going to give it strength when you're using paper and paper on the two sides. Now, I chose not to do it right to the edge, and I didn't do a nice finish to it. Now, a lot of people, now this is a 12 by 12. So, I could have measured out, because if you're using standard printer paper, it's 8.5 by 11. You fold it in half. So this remains 8.5, but this is half of the 11, which is 5.5. So 8.5 by 5.5. Your journal doesn't need to be bigger than, I would go with 9 by 6, because then it's a 1/4 inch on each side and a 1/2 inch here, which is fine, because what if you add tabs, or you put a bulb pin with dangle, or, you know, like if there's any lace trim, whether it's paper or ribbon. So I don't mind that 1/2 inch. And, you know, when you put it together, if you realize that because it's creating the cover and choosing the pages, for me anyways, that's what dictates to me the theme of what the journal's going to be. I do not say, like I have in the past with my grandkids, I wanted a specific theme. I collected all the things that were part of that theme. And then I chose colors according to that theme. But I don't do that usually. I just did it for my grandkids because they had, you know, when the kids are growing up, they have their favorites, or even my daughters. Each one has their own style. So when you're doing it for someone specific or a certain purpose even, you would want it to be a certain way. But with journals that I'm just making at random, I have no idea where it's going to go or who I'm going to give it to, or if I'm going to keep it. Maybe I'll keep it for 20 years. I don't know. So those, I just use the supplies I have and then let the journal tell me what it's going to be. Yeah, so if you do 9 by 6, the journal, right? Then the cover needs to be 9 by 12, which is scrapbooking paper, and you cut off the 3 inches, and then you keep those 3 inches to make like something for inside. But if you wanted to, you could make this a little bit less so that you can wrap the edges. Like instead of doing it the 6 inch, maybe do it the 5.5 so it's exact. Or you do the 9 by 12, you put your cardboard in between, you do the 2 layers, and then you glue on like a trimming that wraps around it, right? That's another option. To use, let's say, a 1 inch ribbon, and then you wrap it and sew it. Or you take scrapbooking paper, like that 3 inch piece, and you could put it across the top, have a few of them, a couple down the side, but make sure you wrap it. and then you don't see it. To me, it doesn't matter. Because a true junk journal is what you have. It's scraps put together. We've just commercialized everything. So I have no problem with that. And like even this thing, it's not that great. Because I put the backing. I shouldn't put the backing on. I don't know. It just clamps on better, the grommet. But anyways, so there you go. This one, oh, actually, this was another paper. Look at it. There was another paper underneath, and then I glued on this paper. So that's another option. You can take 2 pieces of paper, but then when you choose your front cover and your back cover, you can make it so it wraps. You know, you only have to overlap maybe 1/2 inch, your choice, right? But 1/2 inch to 1 inch. I wouldn't do more than that. So then that makes a nice frame on the inner paper. Or you do that and then you put the inner paper on top. But here I could always put a piece of material that looks like leather or jean or, you know, anything you want. So that's another idea too. This one, I had put 3 signatures. If you look, there's 3 signatures in there. And it's already pretty thick. So, yeah, by the time I fill it in, it's going to be a crocodile mouth or alligator mouth. I don't know what they call it. Anyways, now for these little ones, because you're not putting as many things in it, these you can get away with just plain cardstock. I did put napkin just to decorate the white, but you know, you could just use cardstock. Here too. This is the cover from some pages I have. It's just cardstock. And then you could just decorate this, or you could wrap something around it or something on the inside. You know what I mean? But with cardstock, when they are smaller, you can get away with just the cardstock. But when it's a bigger journal, like this one's pretty hefty because it's the accordion, right? So that's why it's so hefty. I put double cardstock. And then even then you could see there's a bit of, and this, I only made this like a few, maybe 6 months. No, what are we now? September. So about a year ago, a little less than a year. And it's already starting to fray. Not fray, but like come apart. So yeah, if you're going to do, I know cardstock's more expensive. So if you do the regular paper, you know, like use this kind of stuff. This is double layered and it's got the, oh, it's 4 layers of paper. Plus it has those foam things on the inside. And this one's bubble wrap. It's all plastic. So this is really strong. So that's what we do with like paper, cardboard, even material. Oh, I wanted to show you these cardboard first. So this one is just a cardstock with paper glued on it. And then you take your pages and you put it in. This one, though, I had done it too tall. I'm going to have to cut it down, which is fine because it's not properly aligned. And I'm not going to be using printer paper. This is all printer paper. I'm not going to be, I just wanted to gauge it. So 2 signatures. I ain't doing 2 signatures in this one because it's only cardstock and regular paper. There's nothing in between. And so this one, I don't want it to be too big because this is 2 layers of cardstock. It can afford to be bigger and thicker and heavier. Excuse me, but this one, no. And here too. See, this one, I had done it this way, and I just did cardstock. Now, what I wanted to do was take a pattern paper, line this with pattern paper, because you take your 3 and like 1/8 inch off. You line it up, then the flaps go down, and then from that strip I cut off, I was going to cut a square smaller so it's framed by the black. And then this was going to be the cover. But along with having to do that patterned paper, I also was thinking this is not very strong. So this would be good with a small signature, maybe 10 pages that are not stuffed, or maybe 5 pages that have a lot of pockets and things in the pockets. I was also thinking of maybe layering it with other cardstock. I have more cardstock here. So if you have, I was thinking maybe like this, the black and white thing. This being the cover, I can decorate it how I want. Or even if I did this, of course, cut it down. Then you have your black cover. You have your white, black with the pocket, and then this. And now, because it's 4 layers of cardstock and you're stitching it in, oh my, this is going to be like super strong. Like I would do 5-hole stitching instead of 3. And yeah, this is going to be pretty strong. But I really like this idea. This one's really heavy cardstock, so I don't want to put this, like this is cardstock, but this is like super, this is probably like watercolor paper or something. But I could just use regular regular paper in here too. 5 sheets. And that would be nice. But that's another one I want to do. The reason why I pulled out these white cardstock, the super heavy duty one, and I do believe it's watercolor. This goes in this one. I do believe this is watercolor paper because of these. Now this one I created for my boyfriend. That's from his bedspread. This one I created for me. It's my old bedspread. And this one I created for my mom. It's her fabrics because she used to sew. She's made a dress out of this. She was going to make a skirt and a vest out of this one. And and then this one in here, she wanted to do a skirt, but like a pleated wraparound pleated skirt. I don't know, something like that. I have it half done. She did it with another material, the wraparound skirt. But anyways, so you can use material. I put material on both sides. Here I did material with cardstock. And here I did material with cardstock. But for my mom, there was a reason I did the material, right? Because it's her souvenir. But yeah, you can use cardstock with material if you want. Oh, look at that. I wrapped it around and then the ends are on the bottom. Now, I stitched these. You don't have to. But because I knew I was going to stitch, I used the edging of the comforter for the bottom. Here I used the edging for the top because of the curve. I didn't want that on the bottom. Because then like that, when you put it on the shelf, it's in the way, right? So his I did upside down. And then mine I did that way. But look, it's just cardstock. It's this. The watercolor, like super thick. Like this is like a pasta box. Like it is really thick. And so yeah, you just got to make sure that you make it so it's sturdy enough that when you bind it, it's not going to rip. Like I like the idea of the material on the outside and cardstock on the inside with another cardstock in the middle. Now it does buckle, as you can see. When I go like this, you can see it has a bit of a wrinkle. That's fine. Because when you're gluing it, it's flat, right? The wrinkles are gone, it's all flat. But then once you fold it, the material is being stretched here, and then the paper is being buckled on this side. So if you wanted to, you could leave the cardstock and then this paper, have it in two pieces so that there's a little bit of a gap. So this is going to be folding, which is fine. The material that's around it is going to fold. But then the paper on the inside, that little space, like 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch, you're going to have it open. Because this won't need more strength. Between the material and the cardstock, that's going to be strong enough. So you just need to cover this so you don't have the white. So anyways, I hope this gives you a bunch of ideas on this one. I'm going to show you the other two. Like I said, I am going to do one like this. I'll clean this all up later. I am going to do one cardstock one. Probably, I don't know, I can go dig through my material and see if there's some material I want to use. But I'll probably just do cardstock on cardstock and not use a middle. Or I'll use this heavy duty cardstock and then maybe put paper on both sides of it. So that'll be our project. I don't know if it'll be the first. I'm thinking the easiest should be the first, just so that you have something under your belt if you're not used to doing this. And then get into the more complicated one. But because I've never done a... Anyways, hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's do this one first. Now, you know how I bought a whole bunch of these bags. I want to take one of them. And I don't know if it's this one, but I'm going to turn one of these into a journal. So the process for this, ribbon comes off, open this, figure out the size I want to make. We're going to have to remove these. You don't have to, but I just don't want the bulk. And remember, I want the pocket on both sides. So if you want, you could put like a writing board. If this is going to be a writing journal, you can store your board in here, and then you just pull it out, put it behind your page when you're writing. And so if the other pages are stuffed, there won't be those bumps that you're writing on, right? So you would store it in here, but you can store other things too. But yeah, we're going to take this apart and we're going to make it into a journal. I think that, and we don't have to decorate, right? We just have to make it into a book and then cover the inside. We don't have to decorate because it's already beautiful, right? So that'll be another one. And then another one I want to do with you guys is this kind of thing. Yeah, I guess I'll take this one out too. Now, these books, when you buy them, this one I don't want to take apart. I did put marks in it because that's part of the video that I'm going to be doing. See, I have paper clips all over. So when you have a book, whether you're buying it, whether it's a free one, there are so many books now. Everybody does everything online. And so a lot of these books aren't wanted anymore. You have a Kindle or, you know, like there are other types. There's podcasts. There's so many things out there now that nobody, you know, unless like me, you know, I grew up with books. I love books. I love the way they look. But when you have a book that you want to do something with in terms of a journal, you have two options. Number one, you can gut the whole thing, take all the insides out, cut it along here very carefully, pull it out because there is a gap. So all you got to do is cut this, I think I heard somebody on one of the videos call it fly paper. I don't know if that's what it is, but that's what I heard. This one is one whole sheet. Like this is inside of the cover. It's one whole sheet, and that's called fly paper. I have to Google it and find out if that's true, but never throw these things away because like this, you could make it into a tag, right? Robin Hood. Even the word Robin Hood. You could use Robin and put a picture of a bird. Anyways, so yeah, that's one option, is you can take all of this out, coffee dye them if they're not vintage papers, and use it as your ephemera. There are if you do these book things, you end up with so much papers. I don't know why I bought those 3 books at the beginning when I first started doing this. Because, you know, if I would have just taken one apart and then made it into a homemade journal, I would have had all those pages I could have used. And as I do more and more books, I end up with more and more pages, because what we're going to do, we're not going to gut a book and have the covers and pages as supplies, because that's what they become, supplies. We are going to actually take a book, rip out some pages, and make it into an altered book. Now, bear with me because I've never done this. I've been watching videos. I've been taking notes. I even started one. This is a Reader's Digest. I started one, but I left this to do with you guys. I have never done this. And I am tempted to do the video on this first. I'm actually thinking of doing one with you guys and then have another one behind the scenes that I'm doing. Now, as long as the books are between the 9x6, I'm good. And like even this one is 6x8. The Robin Hood. Like, look at this. Isn't it beautiful? Like even this black one, this is very vintage. But this I want to read before. So many times I start reading it and then I end up stopping. Somebody had put a lot of lines in it too. There's some, see, look at this. A lot of lines. But I've always wanted to read this. And like I said, I'd start. I think that the furthest I got was just about halfway. And then life happens, right? So I want to attempt it a few more times. But Robin Hood I'm good with. I know the plot of the story. I don't feel the need to have to read it. So we are going to be doing altered books. And when you look at this, how many pages do you think I took out? It's over a 500-page book. Let's see what the last page says. 574, 5, 6. Yeah, so 575 pages, we'll say. I have taken out this much. Now, don't forget, a book is compressed. Does that look right? Well, it is. Now, I have all these pages to make ephemera with. Like, I swear this must be like 300 pages. Maybe a little bit more. And these are a little bit darker. Like, it's not like really antique. This Reader's Digest was published in 2002. So it's 23 years old. And it's already starting to get that is it called patina? Getting that patina. You can tell I'm not a person for language and words. This one is very white. This was published in 2004. It's almost like a cream-colored paper, like an ivory paper. But this paper, I would definitely coffee dye, tea dye, whatever you like. I think it would make it look good. The ones you rip out. And so, we will talk all about the stuff I discovered. This will be one of the journals that we're going to make. Now, because I've never done this, this really excites me. Because I have never done it. This makes me so happy. I want to do this and only this. So that's why I say I don't know how many I'm doing. I don't know how many different types. This one, I love the prep work. When it comes to, because think of it, you've got pretty much your cover done. You might decorate it. Like I was thinking, because this looks like a Pegasus, I would put the word Pegasus with a backing on it. And then this I would cover. But really, you don't have much to decorate, right? You don't even have to do an inside page. And then you just go straight to making your pockets and stuff. Oh my God, there are so many different ways to make pockets. Oh, that's another thing. And then you're at the ephemera part. So you don't have to make the covers with this. So what I might do is just do 2 quick videos. One cardboard cover, which it shouldn't be too long. They're easy to put together. Not cardboard, cardstock. And then the bag, well, you take it apart, you cut it up, you glue it together, and it's a cover. It's ready to go. Then you got to do your pages. Then those two you have to do pages to. In order to catch it up to where this one is, you do your cover, you choose your pages. You don't put them in right away. You just choose them. Because then you have to think, oh, am I going to decorate them in such a way that I need to do it while it's out of the book? Yeah. So anyways, I'll figure it out. I'll be back. Here's another old vintage book. Isn't that beautiful? It looks like a Reader's Digest. It's someone running. I think Reader's Digest, that was their old symbol. See the person running? Oh no, it's Modern Library. Maybe it has to do with the publishing house. But these pages are thin. And they're more brown than the other one. When was this one published? Copyright. There's a reason why this is here. We won't find out until the video. 1942. And I actually think the black one is even older. This is 1942. I think this is 37 or something, 35. $1939. So they're a few years apart, these two. Anyways, so those are the 3 that I decided on. Mind you, I'm in the middle of watching a video of somebody making um, a type of journal from cards and from envelopes, how she glues them together. So that's another one that I've never done that intrigues me. And those are the ones that I just want to do it. It's like, let's go. Anyways, I just wanted to do an intro video to let you know that is the next project. I might do the cardboard one tonight. I do have an appointment tomorrow, and on the weekend we're going to be running an errand and visiting one of my daughters. So I will try to maybe get 2 of them done after my appointment tomorrow. And then next week we'll continue with the covers. Anyways, I hope that excites you too. I might go through my material because I really like doing these material ones. And because I'm using them as a family souvenir, like family photos and stuff, my mom's would be her generation, and this would be my generation. This is Scott's. So I'm thinking I do need 2 more. One for before my grandmother, and one, or my mother, like before my mother, so my grandmother and older, like her background. And then mine, I have my kids and my grandkids. So I do need 2 more because I want to do each one is for a generation. Like in my mom's, I'll do her brother and sisters. And then their kids would be in with mine. That's how I want to do the generations. So I do need 2 more for me. For him, he doesn't need another one. But yeah, so I might do another material one. I just don't know. My grandmother was a nurse, but I don't know what her favorite colors was or anything. But anyways, we'll figure it out. All right, I'm going to let you go for now. I know it was a lot of talking, but it's not only letting you know what we're doing, but also in my mind, knowing what I'm doing. Yeah. So, take care, everybody. And on the next one, we're going to do something like this. And then the bag, and then the book. And then maybe we'll do that envelope thing that I'm watching right now. Or cards. It's cards and envelopes. And anyways, take care, everybody. Remember to like, subscribe, comment down below if you have any questions. And remember, do what makes you happy, and everything else will fall into place. Take care, everybody. Love you.